Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the marina. All right, my friends, and to finish up, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived. Not bad if you're looking to buy a home right in front of a. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the marina. As you can tell, it's a beautiful day. We actually got lucky. Usually, San Francisco does not have the best weather. However, sorry, as you can see, it's a beautiful day. And you can see why the marina, especially this part of San Francisco, is one of the most prestigious, expensive, and overall best areas to live in, especially in the city. So yeah, like I said, let's take a look around and I'll chat to you soon. The thing is, I'm not expecting to do this all in one cut. All right, so this, as we like to call it, well, I'm not too sure what the exact name for it is. It is the Marina Strip. It is basically the piece of road that goes it goes pretty far down, but it stretches across the whole neighborhood of the marina. And as you can see to my left here, all these homes, multi-million-dollar homes. These homes rarely go on the market, as you can tell why. I mean, just look at the view, especially if you have a boat or a yacht, very convenient to park. The average sale of a home in the marina as of this year is around 2.2 million, which is obviously above the national average and definitely more expensive than the average home in California, even for California standards. If you're looking to rent a home here in the marina, as many do as they cannot afford to buy homes, even if they're condominiums or apartments, anywhere from a studio to a one-bedroom, you're looking to spend around $3,000 to $3,800 a month. Once again, above the average, not just of America, but of California as well. The prices of homes have gone up year after year, as you expect in California. However, in the marina, they've gone up drastically, an average of about 8 to 9% a year, which is pretty close to the S&P 500 for any of my stock friends out there or investor friends. It's almost as if you're investing in the S&P, essentially. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived to the end of the Marina Strip, well, at least the main part of it, where all the fancy multi-million-dollar homes are sitting. And right here is a home I wanted to show you guys. It's a very interesting build. It sold for around $5 million a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago. It sits on 4,000 square feet of living space, 4,500 square feet of lot. So it's not too big of a size. However, the marina getting large square feet is costly and expensive. The reason I bring this listing up is, first of all, it's right at the corner of the marina, which is very prestigious, especially because you have pretty much a clear view. You don't have many of the boats in the way with their sails. They advertised the home to buyers looking to custom build their homes. Usually buying a home, as many are aware, the homes are pre-built or they're looking for renovations. This one was a home that was only the foundation. And so buyers could come in, buy the home, do the flooring they want, the bathrooms they want, they can customize the entire home. So I think this was a very interesting sale, something I haven't seen too often, especially in the Marina District. So yeah, let's move on. All right, so the next listing we're walking towards right now is a bit just around the corner here, sitting at about 7.5 mil. I'll talk about that later, but this is just something you can expect to see on the marina, especially in these neighborhoods. Very simple homes. I hope you can hear me over that truck. However, very clean, very wide roads, very similar homes as well. So like I mentioned, this home is listed for $7.3 million as we stand here today. It was recently reduced in price from 3.6, so $300,000 deduction. Not bad if you're looking to buy a home right in front of a beautiful, sorry, I can't say words, beautiful monumental structure. I mean, it doesn't really get better than this for views, especially in the marina, unless you live on the main strip, like I mentioned before. So 4,700 square foot lot with a 3,600 square foot living space, 5 bed, 5 bath, big family, lots of fun. Would enjoy living here, honestly. Wouldn't you? Anyways. Did you get some B-roll? You think I have to mention Chestnut? All right, this is Chestnut. As you can tell by the street sign, this is where basically all the action happens around the district, not just the marina. A lot of people from the city come out here. Bars, no clubs, bars, restaurants, bookstores, coffee, they have basically everything on the street. Cheers, my friend. Is it juiced? Juice press? Juiced? Oh, sorry. Earth bar. No. Yes. I don't know. Anyways, cheers. That's spicy. Anyways, as I said, there are a bunch of restaurants and a bunch of, not events, but there's a lot to do, especially if you have a group of friends or you're just looking to get a bite to eat. We are now on the way to Pacific Heights, which is I believe, the richest neighborhood in San Francisco. But Pacific Heights is definitely the most expensive neighborhood for the city of San Francisco. So we'll head there now, shortly, and take you around. As you can tell, especially by the aesthetics and the sizes of homes, this is where the, I wouldn't say high society of San Francisco lives, I would say the wealthy society. I mean, not a society, just wealthy people live up here. Because these are all mostly single family homes. Very rare you're gonna find a condominium or an apartment complex. Like, take a look at this, looks like a castle. So as we can see, especially if you live in a home like this, you'll have a view for the rest of your life living in this home. And it's not a bad view. All right, let's move on. So like I mentioned before, amazing, massive homes. And currently we are once again at an active listing. This home is for sale. It's on a 10,000 square foot lot, so a pretty big lot with 5 beds and 6 baths. So once again, big family home for a big family, wealthy family. Anyways. All right, my friends, and to finish off, best view of the city. Definitely recommend for anybody visiting San Francisco. Amazing. We were down there just early today and a little bit above as well. So, yeah.